Right, we good?
We're good to go.
Hello and welcome back to another Sunday Roast, and today's topic is going to be on one rep max testing. It's a controversial topic. There are plenty of personal trainers that think it should never be done, especially with Gen Pop, but yeah, we've got some different opinions here, so we thought we'd discuss it and then we'll let you make your mind up on what you think is right. Who wants to kick us off?
Why don't you kick us off?
Lewis has never been in a Sunday Roast, so let's get it going, big man.
What's your opinions on? Do you ever do one rep max testing?
Very rarely. I think it has its place, but I think for the general population, 99% of my clients are fat loss clients. I don't think you necessarily need to have a 1 rep max test. I think you're good with 5 rep max test.
Yeah.
What would Ken say?
What? Oh God, that is a pity. For you to finish the lap.
Back through Edinburgh.
Deal.
No, I agree. I think like for most people who are like just kind of on a fat loss base kind of goal, you probably do not need to do it. Is it fun to do them though? I think it very much is, but I think we do them. Me and Ryan do them with our clients at Sin, and that's a strength based program. However, it's a very safe environment to do so. We pretty much educate them and teach them for 6 weeks before they go up into doing a one rep max test. And I think it's like when you're in a safe enough environment to be able to perform a lift at your maximal capacity, I think it's completely okay to do so.
I agree. I think like it depends. So obviously at our group training, for instance, there's all different levels of abilities there. So we let them choose first and foremost, do you want to give this a try? And also if somebody's kind of not there at that moment in time, like they're still actually getting their form up to speed, then of course we wouldn't allow it. Here's my take on it, why I actually think it's quite a good thing to do though. Because a lot of people get into fitness for fat loss. Now, in my experience, and probably both your experience, dieting sucks, right? Dieting is shit. And if that is your first and only experience with health and fitness, that could put you off. So for instance, if you've went into the depths of hell to get yourself in really good shape and it's just been for this outcome, that might not allow you to fall in love with fitness, to make it a stalemate in your life going forward. It could be like, oh, I got in really good shape, but oh fuck, I hated actually doing it. And if that's what fitness is, like they're only doing it for the outcome and it's grueling and energy levels are low throughout, then it might give you a bad experience in fitness and might not allow you to carry things through. Now from my experience in Sin, especially with some of our longer term people, their whole block is surrounding being able to get a personal best on a certain lift and see the excitement and the joy that gives some people when they go, oh my God, I was able to deadlift 100 kilos. That is an experience where somebody goes, right, the only reason I got that 100 kilos was because of the work that I put in the lead up to that. I had to show up every single week. I had to show up and train my intensity every single week. I had to learn this skill and get better at this skill and work at it in order to hit this weight. And now because I've managed to hit this weight, I just want more.
Yeah.
And people just fall in love with the process of, I can get stronger. See, feeling strong, that excites people.
Aye.
Like, looking good's great, but it's temporary. Nobody really walks about looking amazing all the time. Like, we all have our best points and we all have our kind of middle points and our worst points. But when it comes to like chasing after a strength-based goal, that's something that you can always continuously improve upon. Aye. So it makes you strive for more.
I think when you look at that as well, like when you look at when people would say, all right, 1 rep max testing or strength testing and stuff like that, like people automatically think, right, deadlift, squat, and that's the kind of bigger ones, or like bench press bigger ones. But if you think about somebody who's never been able to do a pull up before, when they achieve 1 pull up, that is a 1 rep max essentially from doing a pull up, and nobody will diminish that because obviously it's safe to do so. It's no, the risk to injury is definitely not there. Now that's where you probably need to weigh up when you're looking to, like, is the risk to reward ratio going to be there for the majority of people? Probably not. But if you're in like something involving like Sin, and you're in a program like that is based around strength based programming, and like that's what you're kind of being educated to do, you're stripped everything back to break down your form to get you to a point where you're able to. It doesn't need to be a 1 rep max that you're doing. It could be a 2 rep max, a 3 rep max, but you're you're working at your maximum capacity, and I think for a lot of people that's what you need to kind of look at it as, is like you're getting a buzz from working at your maximum rate that you've never really thought that you'd be able to achieve before. And I think when you look at what you were saying about fat loss, and it's quite exciting because you can see change happen quite quickly. When it comes to muscle building, it's very, very slow and it can be boring, and if that's your experience, it can be that you can fall off the wagon like that quite quickly. But when it comes to strength, you can actually see strength progression happen very, very quickly as well, even in like a short 6-week time frame. Now, your 1 rep max could be 70 kilos on a deadlift. Is that safe to do so? I would probably say so, but it's like as long as you're educated in the right way, in top proper form, to be able to lift heavy weights with good form, then I think it's perfectly fine. I think, as you said, that will give you a great buzz working towards that and seeing such a short period of time.
Yeah, I think a lot of the points you've said there are accurate. I think working in a commercial-based gym for 5 years, you see people come in each week, and like you said, you build them up to it. You go through a training phase, maybe 6-8 weeks, building them up to 1 rep max. Every week, you'd see the same people coming in and doing 1 rep max. They build it up, and then they would hammer a 1 rep max squat every single week, same day, or a deadlift, and they would get crushed underneath the bar, and you'd have to go across and say to them, look, every week you're doing this, you're not allowing yourself to recover, you're not building it up, you're just focused on 1 rep max every single week. But I think we'll all be the same. 99% of our clients will be body composition based, fat loss based, and I think if you've got a performance based goal like building up to a 1 rep max, and you're training intensely enough, you're consistent enough, if your nutrition's fairly on point, fat loss is going to be a byproduct of you just turning up, working hard, focusing on your strength based goals anyway. So I think you're absolutely spot on. Whether it be a 1 rep max or a 3 rep max, you're still going to have to work hard, show up consistently. Like you said, even if you come in and you think your main goal is, again, a lot of my clients are, I want to lose X amount of fat, they don't even think about performance based goals. If you help them along that path, they will 100% see fat loss as a byproduct.
So
absolutely.
The amount of people that you ask, right? So we obviously, with online coaching, we deal with people predominantly, as we said, fat body composition goals, fat loss, muscle building. But quite often we ask them, have you got any performance-based goals? Something that's going to keep you like striving for more. And how often do you get, I'd love to be able to squat 100 kilos. I'd love to be able to deadlift 100 kilos. They're talking about the 1 rep max. They're not talking about doing that for reps. They're like, if I was able to move that weight, the empowerment that would give me from just being able to move that weight would excite me. The fact that I've worked towards getting to that weight. You're not going to be able to, go from a 60 kilo 5 repper to just doing 5 reps at 100 kilos. They're talking about doing a 1 rep max. Now, like we said, it has to be in a safe environment. Would I be encouraging my online clients to go into the gym and test a 1 rep max? Absolutely not. But when we're in a group of we've got 12 people, there's me and Dale on hand, we're standing at the side of them, we're reminding them every single cue before they go, take the slack out the bar, make sure we're driving through the floor, get nice and tight. Now, they've done it a million times, but when you're going for something that you're anxious and nervous about before you do it, these wee things can slip. So having somebody at the side of you reminding you to get all these things going, makes it a million times safer. But also, as soon as we say to them, right, go for it, we'll see how it goes, we'll see how it moves in the beginning. As soon as one of us shouts, leave it, and it's a much safer environment to do it in. So I don't think it's a bad thing, and I think it is something that can excite people. I think there are a lot of coaches out there that just go, wee Sally down the road's never going to go and do a powerlifting competition, is she? No, she isn't. But wee Sally down the road might feel fucking great about herself doing a 100 kilo deadlift.
And that's what, and again, as you say, that's what brings people back, and I think it's very, very subjective, and it's very individual to each and every person, as we say, and even in that safe environment of different blocks running through a strength block, we're still not getting everybody to do 1 rep maxes. It's very specific to the individual. If someone who was done a sport or performed in a sport, it's probably not worth the risk of them to go and do a 1 rep max, but in case they injure themselves. But as you said, if it's someone who, like wee Sally down the road, who's looking to get a little bit stronger, and you're standing there and there's a whole bunch of people shouting and cheering on her name, she lifts and rips 70 kilo off the floor, good form, and she smashes it, drops it and just cheers with her hands up in the air, you can damn right she's going to be coming back.
Oh, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
So we know that from retention with Sin, we sell out all the time, but a lot of that is down to the fact that there are so many people that just keep coming back because they love it, and they love the way that we program. So if we've ran umpteen blocks now, and sometimes we don't do strength testing, sometimes we just do like intensity stuff, higher rep range stuff, and that's the theme of the block. But there are people that go, oh, we're not doing any strength testing in this block, because they love it, and they're like, I was hoping to get at this, I was hoping to get at that, and it's almost like ingrained in part of our business model now that there's going to be some strength testing in there, because people keep coming back because they feel like they want to improve on their 1 rep max in their deadlift, their 1 rep max in their bench press, their 1 rep max in their squat. We're not a powerlifting fucking company. We're not a powerlifting group training company. We just give people a wee bit of what they want and a big bit of what they need.
Yeah, perfect. And I think, and that's pretty much it when it comes to 1 rep maxing. Like, it's not for everybody, but is it good? And can some people do it even if you are relatively new to the gym? 100% you could go and deadlift as long, or 1 rep max, sorry, as long as you're doing it in a safe environment and you've got the right people teaching you how to actually do it.
Yeah.
So
again, it's opinions, isn't it?
Individual.
You could make a case for why does somebody get themselves to a low percentage of body fat? Well, it's not the healthiest thing in the world. You're not going to step on stage and do a bodybuilding competition, so why do you do it?
Yeah,
because it's an achievement. You want to feel good about it.
Exactly. Boom. So there you go. To wrap up on that.
No.
Finish
us off, Lewis. Come on, mate. Come on. It's your first and maybe only for quite a while Sunday Roast. Let's get this going. Come on, give us some patter. What patter you got for us?
What kind of pattern?
Oh, you're dead in the water.
That's me away back to Edinburgh.
Aye, up the road.
That'll do us. Nice.
We set you up for a fail there, mate.